Right, on site today, just thought I'd take a quick video. This is the start of the video, so I'm out on site today and we're giving an inspection to this little TB 230, yeah, 230. We've got a TB 260 to do, and we've just done a 216 with a cab. I've got a little Manny 2 today, you can see that over there, the Manny 2. We're in Manchester, down here somewhere. So yeah, this thing, when I go on site doing these inspections and that lot, I'll give them a full grease round, and obviously I'll let them know of any faults, but found a couple of little bits and bobs up with this one. You can see here, nearly through, quick hitch pipe there. There is another one that I spotted before just there. It's not bad, but I'll let them know about it. This fitted on this side, you can see it's been leaking, it's all wet and it's loose. I'll tighten it up, but they've stripped threads out, so I'll tighten it up for the time being, but it will be coming back to the yard for Christmas, I would guess, so we'll go over it then. There's a couple of other niggly bits up with it, nothing too crazy. That 216 that I've just done actually wants quite a few little bits doing to it. This one's a service. But yeah, that's the general idea. Give it a right good grease round, grease a slew ring. I also check dead man handle, lights, wipers. That's another thing I noticed on this one. Wiper hanging in bits. So yeah, we try and give them a good go over on site. These are going to be here till Christmas, and then they're coming back, so another couple of months to go before they come back. Like that mirror, you can see that mirror from here is not right. Definitely not right, that. I think it's cracked looking at it. I think that'll tighten up. So, yeah, just thought I'd show you what the crack is when we go out on tonight looking at these. Right, I'll carry on. Might show you anything wrong with it 6 ton when I get to that. I know it's dark and we've got lights on, just thought I'd show you this. So this is SX850 with a rotate on this Bobcat. Just want slowing down a little bit, that's 30%, that's better. So I'm going to just zip tie them pipes out way, but yeah. Nice big grab opening. Nice precise rotate. Nice little grab that. So right, we are back in the workshop today. Pins have arrived for the H bracket. There's no great sweat just for that, so I'll do that later on in the week. It's Saturday today, so I've got a good day in the workshop. I've had a bit of a clear out, had a bit of a tidy up. Still work in progress, we're not quite finished building and all that, but been and picked this up last week. It's for when you're plasma cutting, so obviously all your stuff drops in there. And then there's a bit of a toy, shall we say, that goes on the back of there, but I will show you that when I put it on. Bit of a teaser for you, that. It isn't brand new, because I didn't know how well I'm going to use it. I've ordered the bits that I need to make it work, and make it cut what I need it to cut. But yeah, bit of interest for you there. I'll make a video on that when I get I get it all put together and I get to play with it. But until we've done that, we're on these odd jobs. So this is that engine out of that Bobcat. I'm just looking at how I'm going to make the bell housing, which is this, which mates to the yellow Bobcat or massive Bobcat, whatever you want to call it. This bell housing needs to fit that engine, which is obviously this bell housing bolt pattern. I made a bit of a cardboard template. It's only a bit of a basic thing, but it shows you how far away that is. You can just see it. So these bolts are about maybe 5mm out, and so is this ring. In fact, I'll just quickly measure that. That ring there measures 180. This ring here measures 170. So yeah, it's 10mm different. So instead of trying to make this fit, I've mounted it to this plate. If you can see this, I've just used a sharp point. Just marked this in here. So what I'm going to do, because this material is the same thickness, it's all cast steel, this is cast steel, same thickness. What I'm going to do, I'm going to cut this off round here like that, so I just get the bolt pattern on this middle centre. I'm going to cut this out around here like that, and then because I've drilled holes and mounted this to a piece of 3mm, I can clean that bit up, put it in, centralise it, which is why I've marked this, and then weld it all together. That's it's probably not the ideal way to do it. There's not a lot else you can do. You can't get this because it's obviously an old piece of kit. It's not really the right engine for it. You can't get this any longer. You can't get like an adapter plate or anything. You can't use this because the starter motor's in a different place and it's got a different starter. And to use that starter, you'd have to use the flywheel that come off this, which you can't bolt, which is not that one. And you can't bolt the drive coupler for the Massey Bobcat. So that flywheel needs to go on there, which means we have to use this so that we can use the starter motor here, which obviously already mates with that. You'll understand more when I get a bit further along. I'll show you what I'm doing and how I'm going to do it. Not that anybody's ever going to have to do this again, but I'll film it anyway. I'll show you what I'm doing. So yeah, we've had a bit of a tidy up in here. Not quite finished, but we're getting there. I want to paint the floor and a few other bits, but the steel corner is looking a bit messy, but try and build some rack in here at some point, because that water pipe in the corner needs sort of encasing really to stop it getting knocked by steel or daft like that, but I haven't really decided what's going where yet. So anyway, we've got all the walls up, which is the main thing. Got the roof all, so we made these and put all of these lighting in. I just literally finished the lighting at this end today, and then I'm doing this. This will be a no chip in this. It is, them bricks are like mush, but it's better than what we've had in the past, which is nothing. So yeah, make do and mend with this bad boy. So anyway, I'll bring you back to this when we get a bit further. All right. So I just showed you this, and then I realised that I'm waiting for 3 fittings to get the compressor to work, so I won't be able to use the plasma to cut around this, and any other way is just going to make a mess. So I've moved on to this. So these are the mounting plates off the original engine, which are blown up, and they bolt straight on to the side, but the holes are full of shit. So just now I'm going to take these off, scrape all this crap off them, clean them and clean them holes out with tap, and then I will come back and show you what we're going to do then. So I've cleaned that off a bit, just brushed this side off and got the right size tap for them M12 by 1.25. Now, best thing to do is use this, like this, clean them threads right out. Because I'm cleaning them out, not bothered about going backwards and forwards, just literally go until it gets hard to go and then come back. That'll be about right. Back threads are pretty clean anyway, so it's only really these front ones. Just clean shit out of them. I can feel that touch the bottom, so I'll pull that back out. I'm not going to show you doing them all because you'll be bored to death, but yeah, that's the general crack. So that in theory should screw in there beautiful. Right, I'll do the other three. I'll show you them bolting it back on. So tap them holes out, clean that up. Tighten these up now. Lift it up with a digger, turn it round, put it back down, do it other side. Right, that's them mounts on, clean, sorted, holes cleaned. I've cleaned crank out and brushed all shit off that, but like this here, obviously can't get that big tapping wrench in there. See what I mean? Nowhere near. So you can get yourself some of these bad boys. Socket adapters to go on your taps. Real piece of kit. So you can pretty much get that anywhere you can get a socket. So yeah, just thought I'd show you them. I didn't know they existed until I watched somebody else, so yeah, it was actually an old boy that told me about them. Yeah, so that's them mounts on. I'm just going to lift it back down off the floor and it doesn't fall anywhere. I'll have to wait till I get my compressor, get my fittings probably Monday now. So whilst I'm waiting to do that, I'm going to lift that into there, up against wall. Out road, and then I'm going to bring this little compact tractor in and start stripping that down. I'll show you some videos of that when I get to it. We're out on site again today. Just this little Timberwolf, little track chipper. Just thought I'd show you what I'm up to. So this carriage holds the top roller. As you can see here, it's been wearing badly because this is all bent. This has been twatted outwards, which has sent that completely into the wrong spot. You can see in the end of this, the splines are, it's actually not that bad, that one. Splines are not so clever on that one. That one wasn't really the problem though. It's this one that's the issue. Big can see the broken bolts off in there. But worse than that is that. So there's a lump of the in-feed roller actually broken off, which is what's broke that off. So that's a real mess. Order some bits for it and get it back on the road, but it's this sort of stuff is the sort of stuff you really need to look out for when you're looking at wood chippers, because you see that one's cracked off as well, that one's cracked off as well. They're all cracked all the way around. The middle welds are all cracked. So yeah, it's a good idea to keep a real good eye on them. You can see the other side of that. This is the, take that off. That, see them splines? That half worn out. Them, we'll change that bush as well. It's like a drive hub really. Change that drive hub. The shaft on the motor isn't that bad, but that'll have to stay because that'll cost a fortune to swap. So you can see this bit of weird wear. You see that shiny bit there? That's because that other side's bent, so it's pulling it all pissed. So I'll straighten that side out, and then we'll get some new bits ordered for it, and I'll take a video of it when we put it back together, and you can see what we're up to. So as you can see from our videos, we do a bit of everything. We're going to chipper today. Did quite a lot on farms. Obviously selling the MDE stuff and making brackets and stuff like that. So yeah, we do get up to some interesting work. So I'll try and show you some bits and bobs when I remember to film of what we get up to, and yeah. Right, no worries. I'll bring you back to this when we get some bits and get it all back together. So out on site again today, another job. This IFA. Now this is an unusual job. Now I'll hold my hand up. I am, never have been, never will be the best mechanic on the planet, but I've done plenty of IFA brakes and never had a problem. So for some reason this, get it in focus, which is what spreads the shoes, decided it wanted to drop off. You can see that there. Decided it wanted to drop off. Lock the wheel up. I don't know whether you'll really be able to see it in here. That big groove, like big. I'm talking probably 8 to 10 mil. So we've got a new drum and a new see what that actually says then. Expander assembly. So yeah, don't know why it's done that. Luckily it's not damaged shoes or daft like that, but shoes were all brand new. So it had new shoes, springs, cables, all that sort of stuff. Probably 6 months ago now, but don't know why it's done that. Anyway, luckily it didn't flat spot tyre out daft. But I'll show you that stuff once I get it out. So just put that in. As you can see, I always put it so that the cable hooks on downhill, so it can never drop off or out daft. Whether that's the right way around, I don't know. That's the way I put it. So it's hooked in down here, hooked in up here. So here's the hub, and new hub. Don't have to do anything with it. All you have to do, I can do it one hand, pick it up, slide it on, like that. New nut. They need to be torqued like as tight as you can physically get them, so I'll get a big bar out, tighten that out, tighten that up, and then you knock these sides in like a nap. Stops it from coming undone. Right, adjusting IFA brakes. So this, the adjuster around the back of here, 19mm socket. You want to tighten it up. tighten that up until you can't turn the brakes anymore. Which is pretty tight, so I can't turn them now. Don't ratchet into reverse. I put half a turn. So that's quarter, that's another quarter. That should spin fine. The way to see if it wants adjusting or not is the handbrake. Pull the handbrake on. So if you imagine that going straight up in the air, it should come up to 90 degrees, straight up 12 o'clock. If it comes past that, they want adjusting. So that's that job done. Literally probably a 25 minute, if that, from pulling up to leaving. So that one's spinning nicely now. It was locked up before. I'll just quickly check the rest while I'm here, but good to go. Torque the wheels. Tighten that nut up in the middle. Job's a good one. On to the next. Now then, back again. We're out on site. Lovely Fastrac fuel gauge has decided to stop working. Comes to it, unplugs fuel gauge at top. Full of shit. That is not the problem now. Come back here. It's been connected up along with all these wires. Sorry, can't see that. All these wires, but this one dropped out. I'm just going to reconnect that, and it's probably do his mate as well. Apologise if you can't hear me for wind. It's absolutely pissing now, blowing a pissing gale today. So yeah, I'll get that connected up and I'll show you what the crack is. So you can see I've heat shrink connected them up temporary. I'm going to make sure that cures the job first, and then I don't like them other wires, so I'm going to cut this loom out, put a plug on it, and run some new wires to it, but I've got to get some plugs and stuff to do that, so hopefully that should fix it temporarily. I'll cap and make sure it does. I've got to plug it in anyway because I think it's got some other faults, so I'll show you that. Right, we're inside now. You can see fuel gauge is now showing just under half, so that's about right. A dip tank, that's not far off that, so we'll make a new harness for that. So I've just plugged it in. We have Texas. This is the inside of a Fastrac. I don't know anybody's been in one, but this is the inside of a Fastrac. So I have Texas, so I plugged Texas into it, and this is what we've got. So I don't know whether you can see that or not. So we've got fuel pump delivery pressure low, accelerator pedal out of calibration, and erratic or intermittent data on the accelerator pedal. So accelerator pedal is just here by my foot. So I have just looked at the wiring to that. It looks alright. Right, so I ended that one before I showed you what was up. But anyway, so it had spanner light on dash. There was a couple of codes in it, nothing fuel pressure low, stuff like that. I'll do a service on it, but the spanner light means that it wants a service. I've just spoke to JCB. The flashing spanner is a service, so I'm going to get a service kit ordered for it, and then that'll be right. So that's this Fastrac back ready for him to go back out with it. Sorted fuel gauge. I'm going to make a loom for it because I think that'll cured it, but we'll wait and see. So yeah, I think this will be the end of this video. I've got a bunch of other stuff to do today, but I don't think I'll be able to film much of it. So as always, if you could drop us a comment, give us a like, watch some of we do quite a lot of shorts and reels and stuff like that, so have a look at them. There's more stuff for the diggers and the attachments on there. If you follow us on Instagram, DJ Thistlethwaite, and also Facebook, we post on there regular, so There's quite a lot on Instagram, to be fair, a lot more like, you know, short videos, people using gear and all that. So yeah, if you could give us a like and a subscribe, that'd be grand. Alright, I'll see you on the next one.